Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Vampire Survivors. My name is Wilfred. So this is an update video on where I am with the game, and suffice to say I spent way more hours playing this game than I thought I would, with a pixel art game that looks simple from on the surface, but actually there's quite a fair bit of depth to it, quite a fair bit of exploration, and also there's a lot of characters, a lot of stages and secrets, and that is enough to occupy your time. If not, there's also adventure as well, which is like a standalone kind of like a seasonal play. I would say they reset all your progress and start from zero again, and I thought it was really interesting. Now, I wanted to complete the game before the new DLC coming up, which is the OD to Castlevania, which is one of the biggest DLC that they would produce, and I'm looking forward to it. Knowing what the base game is, and also the couple of DLC I've played, I found that the developers are very creative, and yeah, I mean, I'm having an open mind, of course, and given the fact that it doesn't really cost much less than a cup of coffee. If you go out and enjoy a cup of coffee, then there's a lot of value there as well, right? So I hope you kind of like join me as well playing this game. Now, the back to this few clips is that I found that once you figure out how to beat the Reaper, you can beat Reaper anytime, except when there are some kind of like silly mistake that you've done. So what does it take to beat the Reaper? Well, you need the Infinite Corridor, which is evolved from the Claw Lancet, as well as the Crimson Stroll, which is an evolved weapon of the L'Oreal. So with these two, you have massive DPS, massive defense. But in the first clip, unfortunately, I somehow couldn't pick up the gold ring, and it was totally my mistake. I was in a hectic kind of like environment, and my controller kind of sleep, and instead of picking up, I discarded it. So without the Infinite Corridor, of course, it's going to be really rough. And also the fact that some of these new weapons from the Operation Guns DLC is kind of really weak. I mean, even if you look at this score sheet here, with the evolved weapons like the Nominari, that is only like 9.1k versus some of the base weapon, Seraphic's Cry, which is from the base game, Godai Shuffle from one of the DLC. These are like way more better than any of these evolved weapons that I've got in the game. So of course, I've also discovered some of these the weapons are really not that, making it like the bats as well. It looks a lot worse than it is. So yeah, I mean, by and large, this game isn't balanced. I'm not even looking at the character. I think it's okay to break the game with some character, but when it comes to the skill and ability, now of course you can use Arcana or the Castle to boost your build and so on. But more often than not, once you kind of like look at all these numbers and figure out, okay, there are some really, really strong kind of weapon, then you tend to just kind of seal, I should say, the rest of the underperforming weapon, and you never see that again and never play that again, like Reap or whatever it is. So it's a bit of pity, because it's always interesting to have a build variety, but I always end up picking up the Infinite Corridor, Crimson Stroll, and then some of the big hitting kind of ability, area kind of damage, and I pick a lot of passive as well, because I can with the Takaso, which I think they may nerf it. I don't know, because I think one of the Takaso, which give you an opportunity to pick up a new weapon beyond your quota. Every level seems to be a little bit overpowering. I can't imagine picking up any other cards besides that one. It just gives you crazy amount of like a build opportunity. It's kind of fun, especially when you try to figure out what works and what doesn't. But after you figure things out, then you kind of just stick with what it is. And yeah, I mean, that is the state of the game. But bear in mind that it's not really an expensive game, and just a couple of dollars. So I'm fine with that. Having a lot of fun trying to see how I can break the game, which is exactly what this game is. So that was that is a clip one, which is Keither, one of the new character from the Operation Guns DLC versus 9 Reaper. And usually when one Reaper comes up on the 30th minute, if you cannot take him down within 1 minute, then the new Reaper will come. Then what hope do you have to defeat the Reaper? So being able to take down all the 9 within the time, I think it's pretty cool. I wanted to give up, but really shouldn't. Now this clip is the one that I mentioned. I was using the Probotector. Again, I didn't have time to evolve my Infinite Corridor. Actually, I ran out of time because I think I picked up too many passive. My bad, and I was in hurry mode as well. So the XP is not as much. There's the time move 50% faster, but your XP is only 25% more. So. And again, same story, a lot of Reapers spawn, and I didn't really know what to do with it. I managed to pick up some of this, like a chest I have got, and found some of this, really hard-hitting kind of power ability. But all in all, look at the score sheet itself, then you're also realizing that, the Operation Guns weapons are kind of underperforming. All right, so, but I may discover new one as well. I've been playing the latest DLC without any spoiler. I didn't look into internet and find out all the combinations. I just want to play the game, as much as I can without reading too much in the internet. Now the next 2 clips are bonus clips. The first one is Sammy, and it's crazy when it comes to farming. If you like to farm gold, Sammy is the one to go. I mean, I left it AFK, well, more or less AFK for 2 hours, and it got me 100,000 level, and also more than 100 billion gold. That is way more than anything I need to do, buy X and so on. But I love this game. There are always things that you can break the game. And last but not the least, for the next bonus clip too, is to use one of the character from the Operation Gun DLC to take down the latest final boss. And this is the final boss of the the whole franchise as of today, before the OD to Castlevania DLC is out. So if you do have the Infinite Corridor and or the I think the Crimson Stroll is kind of good to have, then you really don't have any difficulties taking down this boss. It's quite straightforward. But I kind of like the whole pixel art kind of thing. I think they've done the best they could with the constraint of the graphic kind of direction the graphic framework that they have. But I truly enjoy playing the game so far, and I'm looking forward to a new DLC and see what kind of crazy build or crazy character that there will be. And I do intend to make another video on what I think about all the DLC thus far, and just my thought around it, because I love playing games like this sort. I like figuring things out, and I'll share with you my thoughts as well. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy these short clips, and I hope you enjoy the game as well. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.